everybody, welcome to the Dope and Tape Show. This is episode 192. So we're getting close to 200. We're trying to plan an awesome 200th episode. Don't want to say who it is now, but if we can get them, we're going to try to get them. It's definitely a Dope and Tape fan favorite, and I'm excited. I hope he can come on. We got to get a hold of him. But hey, I wanted to tell everybody thank you so much for coming out to Flashpoint event. It's Dope and Tape's first event. We had it in Atlanta. Shout out to SPP Pump for helping us with the venue, because I was looking at venues around Atlanta and I don't know if y'all know this, but we don't make much money on here, so we couldn't afford it. So SPP Pump was like, "Hey, come use our facility. We'll take care of you," and they did. I went there the day before. They were like, oh, "Okay, what do you need? How many chairs do you need? Where do you need this? Where do you need that?" And they made it very smooth. Thank you so much for all the supporters.
I don't know.
Viking, you guys were there. Um, and we had a dinner the night before with some of the people who flew in and some of our friends that we've been friends with through Dope and Tape community for, I guess, 3 years now. And Brandon from Brecco came. He got on the show live, and I brought as like my guest to the dinner, Sawyer Daniel. He's a Kennesaw State University engineering student. And I've been talking to him about fire protection. You got to check out fire protection, the incredible industry, great people. You're going to love it. And I was like, you got to come to dinner on Thursday. And he's like, oh, what options are there? What jobs are there in fire protection? What should I, think of? Try to prepare? I was like, bro, there's so much. You just got to show up and ask questions. I mean, we had the amount of knowledge and experience in that room was insane. Like, he was overwhelmed uh with passion. Like Will's Lacrosse, the greatest of all times in fire pumps. He was there with his wife. I mean, we had such an amazing time. And Brandon, during the live show, asked Sawyer offered him um a geez, why can't I think of the word? Help me out here, Bobby.
Internship.
Internship. Yeah, internship with Brecco on the spot, on the fly. Offered it to him. I haven't heard if he's accepted it yet. I haven't talked to Brandon or Sawyer this week, but hopefully, that's amazing. So we get a really awesome guy to get in our industry, and that's all what Dope and Tape's about. It's about the community. It's about getting uh, education out there, like what really is fire protection. And all the other podcasts you listen to, they're great. You're gonna learn a lot of technical things. You're gonna learn a lot about the codes and what's coming up and all this stuff. But here, I believe you really feel the culture and the excitement and the passion and where we're going as an industry and what it's gonna be like when you join it. And Bobby, how many people we got already? Do they know? Did you tell them that we're live?
Yeah, I'm telling everybody right now. That's what I'm doing, kid. That's what I'm doing. If I'm buried in my phone,
Okay.
I'm telling the masses that we are live,
Awesome. And we
live
have
and direct.
Alejandro from Viking. He just got promoted. Congratulations
Thank
to
you. Thank you, guys.
Director of International Sales, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
I'm so excited to get into that with you. I know mainly Latin America from my experience with my employer with Arco, and then some stuff over in Canada. I am currently exploring um other countries, but I'm in the very beginning of that. Like, my first meeting in that direction to go more global is next week. So I'm excited to get that started. Are
Good.
you possibly going to be in Dubai?
Probably, most likely.
Okay, cool. So
Oh,
we
FOMO.
might be there too.
Wait,
Hopefully,
are we?
we
I'd
might be
love.
there too.
I
I'm
would love
working
to.
on it.
That's a huge swing from now till what is it? It's January the 14th, is it?
January's quick. Yeah, it's
January
quick.
Okay.
14th to the 16th in Dubai. I wasn't researching it or anything. Um, yeah, we would. That would be really cool to go there. I've never. That's a really long flight. I haven't
Long
even.
flight. I was about to say that.
Woo! Woo! What up?
It is,
Anybody in the
yeah.
chat, thank you for joining. This is the Dope and Tape live show, episode 192. We go live every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. We thank you for joining us. If you could hit the like button, that really helps. The subscribe button helps even more. And so if you could do both
We've
those,
been
that'd be
growing.
great. We're growing. We're getting yeah, that's
We're
it.
yeah. We're almost at 1.7.
That's it.
So
Because I'm just kicking a dead horse right after I let you blabber for a bit. I just get on here and I'm like, hit that button every time.
hit
So
it. Hit
we
it.
appreciate that. It's a slow grow here on YouTube, being in such a niche live show, which will later be a podcast. Whether you watch us live or you listen later while you drive, we really appreciate you.
I listen to you guys on Spotify.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
speaking of Spotify, we're a little bit behind,
No,
right,
we're
Bobby?
not. No, why do you say that? Are we?
No? Are we?
I don't think so. I'm gonna check right now.
Oh.
Oops. Didn't want to
No,
read the subject.
Calling them out.
it's within
Calling them
10.
out.
It's within 10. It's like within 10, right? I don't
Okay.
know. Let me see.
Okay.
I'm gonna look. I'm looking. I don't know. I might eat
So
my
we
word.
just
I
had to
might eat my
buy
words.
more storage for the episodes. So that's why I was thinking we would be a little bit behind because you have to upload all that into storage and then up to Spotify.
We're behind by 20. You got me.
Not bad.
Okay,
And so,
not terrible.
but we were behind by like I don't know, like
Oh, it was bad.
100,
It was bad
150.
for like a year. Yeah. And shout out to Flo, sprinkler fitter out of California, for helping us with the descriptions. We really appreciate
This
that.
one. FireTech Products.
So Alejandro, how did you get started in fire protection? Where do you kind of start, and did you start in fire protection, or you kind of just worked your way in there?
Well, do you want the short professional version of my
No,
story or the
I
long
want
novella?
I
Or the
want the
long
real
novella?
story. Yeah, I want the
Longest
real
one you
story.
got. Yeah.
Well, basically, I start on the fire protection by getting contact by biking. I was in the underground business before. They contact me and I say, listen, I have no experience at all in fire protection, but I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to put my 100% on this. So they hired me back in 2018, handling the South Florida territory, which I live. I live in Miami, and it was a great thing. And I should say probably 3 months afterwards, they say, listen, we need you in Latin America. I mean, you're bilingual. I think you have the capabilities to go and help us to grow the market there. So I start then on 2019, I did both of the territories, South Florida and South of Latin America. And the year has 52 weeks, if not mistaken. Yeah. And
Right.
I traveled that year, 2019. I traveled probably like 40 weeks. So
Whoa.
I wasn't home at all. My wife was very supportive, and because that's important when you fly, all this time out. And I was able to grow the territory in that year. And then COVID came, and then everything got slowed down. But I told him in 2021, I said, listen, I need to focus in one territory. I cannot take both. So they got me the promotion of director of Latin America. And then, like you said in the beginning, a couple of weeks ago, they promoted me to director of global sales, if you want to put it that way. So it's been great. I mean, one person told me once, listen, once you get in fire protection, you will never go away with. That's
That's
true.
true.
That's true. That's, I mean,
We
that's
tell
the
that to
most
everybody.
that
It's
I've ever
crazy.
heard. So it is crazy. And I love it. I mean, biking is a great company. They have given me the tools to grow the territory from 4% that I had it back in 2018 to almost 40% nowadays. I'm talking about Latin America, which was my focus previous this job.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, you're definitely doing something right to keep getting promoted,
Well, it's not me. I mean, it's teamwork. Like I always say, I mean, behind me, there's a lot of people who support this process and this plan. Of course, management are the first one that I always thank. And then,
Yes.
you have everyone. You have from the production team, you have the guys from the warehouse, you have the salespeople, you have the distributors in every country who believes in you and who believes in the product. So, I mean, at the end of the day, they're the ones who help you to grow. It's not only me.
Yeah,
It's very true.
yeah,
It takes a team.
it does. We got a new boss recently at Arco, and she has not really like telling us what to do, but she has taken what we've been doing and our plan and kind of how we go about doing, business. And then she has, what would you say, like fine-tuned it and organized
And
it.
amplified
And
it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, just it's completely different and it's way better. And if she
Organized.
didn't come, then it wouldn't be how it is. But yeah, she's good at the spreadsheets and stuff. I don't think me and Bobby could make a spreadsheet if someone had a gun to her head. But she does all that stuff.
I could
And she
screw it.
does maps and
I could
huh?
screw it up. I could screw the spreadsheet up pretty good.
Yeah,
Give
yeah,
me,
pretty good at that,
give me a minute to drag some shit around and.
But it matters, the team that you have, and then how well you work together too. You get one bad apple, it's gonna kill the entire tree.
What's up, Carlos? Thanks for joining.
Now, with your experience in Latin America and now internationally, we know Viking as a reliable company in the States, and they do delivery, and then you have Supply Net, and they have their own trucks, and they have Fab, and you have all these things that we're familiar with. My favorite, uh, my favorite valve ever is Viking F1, which of course discontinued it because it's heavy, but whatever. We don't have to get into that. And but what makes a Viking different in Latin America? What makes that like the go-to source, would you say?
Well,
Kind of like you said, makes things different.
let me ask you guys something, Bobby and Brian.
Yeah.
Give me
Mhm.
two examples of
Oh.
your life that has changed you positive or negative, and I will answer afterwards. Something that hits you either good or bad. Just two examples on your life. What would you say, Brian?
Involving the industry?
No, your personal life. Your
Just
Oh,
personal
in
life.
oh,
personal
oh.
life?
Yes, your
Oh
personal life.
man.
For example, I can say,
Um,
when I got married with my kids, whatever, or that's something positive, or the loss of my father and my mother, that will be something negative. That something that has impacted you.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Recently, like this year, I lost my grandfather. Not my grandfather, my uncle. He passed away on the job actually in Tampa, Florida, kind of close to you. He's a police officer. And then and I got married in April. It'll be 3 years, but this year we had like our big wedding in Colombia, in
No,
Cucuta, Colombia, and
nice.
it was incredible. And I took my family there to Cucuta, and then after the wedding we went to Santa Marta, and we went and did a week-long vacation with my family, which is I've never been able to do that because my parents were kind of like divorced, but they had them all together, my sister, my brother, and it was an incredible experience.
So those two things are, on your life that are like the highlights. Let's put it that way, right?
Yeah.
How about you, Bobby?
Right. Losing my father was and still is, the hardest thing that I've ever dealt with. Um, and not to take anything away from having my daughter, but having my son, who was my firstborn, was very, very eye-opening and life-changing. Because I don't know if I've ever cared for someone like that, and so that's kind of really shaped my life to get much better once I had my
Yeah.
son, and then having my daughter gave me like a soft side that I never really had.
Nice,
Um,
nice. Good. And the reason that I'm asking this, and probably I have been asking this question to more than 500 people, and no one ever has said, when I got promoted, when I buy my house, material things at the end of the day, they come and go, but they don't stay with you. What stays with you are the experiences that you believe and that you create. So getting back to your question, to answer that, that's what I've been doing in Latin America, and that's what I will try to do international as well. To create a bond with my distributors, but in a different kind of way. Making experience with them, having biking as an experience. And whenever I do a training or whenever I do a convention, we can talk about that later on. You know,
Mhm.
that's what I want them to feel. not to go to a convention to sit down and listen. No, I wanted to feel like an experience, something that stays with them. So that's why I was asking you guys that. So again,
Hospitality in a way,
I like that.
hospitality,
making you feel a part of something.
I
a
Yeah.
like
part of a
that.
family,
Create
a part of a,
create a connection.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Carlos
They're
says
not,
he loves the V Design software.
yeah.
Viking in the house. What up,
So
Florencio?
I used to teach I used to do like sales training for a little while for a corporation, not in fire protection. And I wrote an article on it, and I'm trying to present it probably next year at one of the conventions, but the philosophy of sales and in a way. And it's a lot like what you just said. I mean, it's pretty much spot on. Every purchase, not matter what you do, is an emotional decision. Um, so if you have a connection with somebody, relationship, whatever you want to say, report, if you want to get technical, um, you're going to go to someone that you know you can trust. It's almost like calling your brother, like, hey, I need help moving. Can you come help me? And you know he'll show up.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe the first time you move, but don't be moving like
Yeah.
the second time and then calling
No,
again.
here we go. Still
My
finding
so my
excuses.
oldest son, I was like, hey, I need your help moving. He's like, I don't want to do that. Don't you have friends? I was like, buddy, you don't get a choice. I'm just telling you.
Yeah,
I didn't
we're
ask.
we're moving, dude.
I'm not asking, I'm telling you.
So
No.
where do you reside right now?
In Miami, Florida. I've been living
Oh,
here for what, 30 years. I'm original from Colombia, Barranquilla, where Shakira
Ah,
is.
you think
yeah,
you think
coastal
living
city.
you think
Coastal
living in
city,
that
Caribbean
area
city.
helps you work where you work?
Oh yes, yes.
Because you can just
It's a great hub to go to Latin America.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
3 hours
absolutely.
to get to Colombia, 4 hours to get to Peru. I mean, the farther will be Argentina and Brazil, 8 hours probably, but
Whew.
nothing bad. Nothing like going to New Zealand, which is
Yeah.
like 24 hours. That's
Oh
Oh,
great.
my gosh.
or
Does
Dubai.
Viking hook
Or
you up
Dubai,
with
yeah.
business class?
No,
Or
well,
they're
yeah.
like,
No.
you're fine, Alejandro, get in the back.
Well, one thing that my father taught me, it was like, whenever you're dealing with budget, try to treat it like it's yours. And that's what I've been doing always, not only in this job, in all my jobs. And, I never get audited or something because I always try to keep it on budget
Mhm.
unless it's
That's
necessary
great.
or something happens.
That's a great
Well,
trait to
it's
have.
such a blessing to be able to do what we do,
It
to
is.
travel around and everything. So, yeah, we can't get greedy on it. But I do see, I'm not going to drop names, but someone over at, another I do see that person in business class sometimes, and I'm like,
Well, here's the thing. Sometimes you get enough points to get the upgrade.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. That's
or
it.
sometimes you
So,
get to
I
I
get
guess platinum whatever, and then they will transfer you instantly. So
treated
you
like
know,
yeah,
gold.
so
If
I,
that good seat is
yeah.
available, they'll just whoop.
yes,
Hey,
yes,
come move
yes.
on up. Thank you.
Sometimes if it's like an early flight or a long one, I know I'm going to be tired because whatever the situation is that day or the next day, I might upgrade myself and pay my own money
Yeah,
just to
yeah,
kind of
sometimes.
just rest, get a little bit better sleeping. Um, hey, I actually had to do one more trip, but before the end of the year,
Where are you
to
going?
get my gold. I'm going to go to AFSA's Florida chapter to their Christmas party.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Where's it
and
gonna be?
one day I'm gonna drive. It's about 2 hours from Miami, and I'm planning on driving there one of the days, either Tuesday or Wednesday. So hopefully we can have dinner or something.
What city it is?
Um, so it's in Fort Myers.
Okay, Fort Myers. Yeah, it's like 2 hours from here.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
So
bad.
I'm gonna fly into Fort Myers, stay in Fort Myers, and then I'm gonna drive 2 hours to Tampa one day, and then I'm gonna drive back, and then 2 hours to Miami one day, and then drive back.
Well,
And
hit
then
me up.
that would be my Tuesday, Wednesday. It'll be long days, but there's not a lot of contractors in Fort Myers, so you got to do what you got to do. But hey, I got my trip in. Now I
Well,
get my gold status because if I missed out off of like that much the whole year of doing work,
Just fly somewhere and fly
man,
home.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I told my wife, I was like, hey, I might just have to go. somewhere myself. She's like, what?
What?
She's in Miami right now. She's actually
Oh,
pretty close to you. I was like, I might just fly out and work there. And she's like, no, you got to paint the new house. We're moving Saturday. I was like, oh man. So
wife
I
is the
worked it
boss,
out.
man. Wife is the boss always.
All right,
Yeah.
talk about some sprinklers. The viewers are dropping.
Oh, they're getting out of here. Now, last year, early was it? No, it was early this. When was it? When the tariffs first dropped? Early last year, I believe.
This
Um,
year,
no, yeah, it was this year because he came into in November. So
probably around
yeah,
March, April.
so I talked to some contractors, well, some distributors in Mexico, and mainly in like Monterrey, and they said that they were going to hold off on warehouses until after the whole
Yeah,
tariff thing. They purchased facilities. They're just going to leave it empty until they let it kind of calm down a little bit. Have you been seeing that in other countries as well?
everywhere, everywhere. And there's a saying that whenever United States cough, Latin America get the flu. Pretty much Latin America is like the mirror of whatever happens here in the US.
Yeah.
The tariffs kick us everywhere and it affects everything.
I've never
And
heard that before.
so yes, it does affect, and you have to take in consideration other facts like that we don't have here. For example, the currency. You're dealing with currency. You're dealing with inflation, big inflation in some countries. Some of them they already have control. You have the duties, taxes, all those things that comes into play when they trying to import our goods. So yes, it did hit them hard, but we're not the only ones in the market. Like I was telling my distributors, I don't like to call them distributors, I like to call them partners. I tell them, listen, we're not the only ones. The other companies are suffering the same. They're buying the raw material from the same factories that we're buying it from. So we're bringing things from Asia per se, and the ship was in the ocean, and then we had to hit 150%, then come to 80 or whatever. So it was crazy days. It was very crazy days. So
Yeah, I
everything
mean,
got in hold. I mean, the investors over there in those countries, they say, listen, we're not going to build nothing until this gets settled down. Some distributors say, listen, we're going to pause our purchasing until we find out, until this is settled pretty much.
how do you go about, like you said, you travel so much. How do you go about picking which weeks you go where, and how do you like pre-plan for this? Because if you travel one week and then the next week, how do you do your recap? How do you plan for the next week? Like, how do you have like a team of people, like some mice in the back room typing away
No,
of
no,
your
it's only
strategic plan or
no, it's only me. I mean, I
Mhm.
already had planned the next 6 months until NFPA, and then when it comes to May, I plan the next 6 months. Of course, things can change. A lot of things can happen on the way. For example, we need you here because we have this emergency, or we need you
Mhm.
here because we need to close this contract with whoever. Then I find room. But I always try. I'm not traveling that much right now, but I try to at least keep it up once a month, if it's
Right.
necessary, twice a month. But I plan things ahead, and I let my distributors or my partners know. Listen, I'm gonna be this week in Sao Paulo, and they work the agenda. They okay. We go to meetings, we go to presentation, we do workshops, we do whatever we need. So I don't have to worry about that because I'm supporting them. I give them the tools that they need. In this case, me going there either to talk with the designers or the engineers, whatever. So everything is planned ahead of time. That's pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, and so if a company needs engineering support or technical support or wants training for their field guys or for their office, how does Viking go about that?
Well, I'm one of the successful things that it worked pretty good for me is the training. Viking has great digital tools that we have exploded a lot. The VCALC, the Carlos was saying, the sprinkle selector, the valve selector. Now we have the foam calculator and the axial, which is the gas system. So we get into the training a lot. Right now we have people in Mexico on Fit Track, which is a partnership that we have. They're training. I mean, we have 30 people in these past 2 days, and we have 30 people on the next 2 days, all of them from Latin America, different
Wow.
people. And it's been a great thing. And we have donated a lot of products to FitTrack, and we use them. So it's like 30% theoretical, 70% hands-on. So you're taking these people, and this is what I like. You're taking these people who are engineers or designers. They're in the room 24, the whole day, the whole month. They don't go outside. So you're taking them outside and telling, listen, this is the valve that you were putting in the project. Let's work it out. Let's put it to play. Let's disassemble it. Let's put everything on the phone system. We do discharge of the phone system. We do CPVC, so they see the discharge of the sprinkler. I mean, and we have the auxiliary where they can see how the gas suppresses the fire. So all those things, the I think the training is very important. I mean, has been a key for the success of Viking
So
across the
important.
channel.
That sounds incredible that you guys are doing all that. What's the
Yes.
name of that program?
The compound name where is the facility is called FIP Track.
Fit Track.
FIP Track stands for Fire Training. Jeez, I don't know. Well, we can definitely
Right,
look
Fit
at it.
Track. Yeah, no, that's pretty cool.
It's
I
in
like the
Mexico.
sound of that
Yeah,
because
I mean,
it's good for them to get. It doesn't always fit on paper as it's not gonna fit in the room a lot of times as it fits on paper, and so when they get a good visual or they get to go put it in themselves, that makes me excited.
oh yeah, I put them gloves, I put them their boots. Okay, guys, let's go outside. Now we're gonna see how the poor filmmaker works. We're gonna see how the ox works. So they got involved, very involved in that. So that's what I like about that kind of training. Of course, we do trainings when we go on any city or any country. We do workshops as well. So it's very focused on that part, because I don't do nothing keeping that information with me if I don't spread it out, right? We try
Yes.
to go to the universities, local universities. We try always to get in hold of the firefighters, where they're very important. In some cities or some countries, they're the one who dictates the orders or the norms that they're gonna be publishing. So, I mean, we're everywhere. We're trying to be everywhere and try to get as much people as we want. I mean, doesn't matter if they don't buy from us, but at least they have that information and they can be useful. And having I should say putting the level way up, because Latin America has been lacking on that. But I should say probably in the last 5 years, they've been putting a lot of effort in this because they're hungry. They need information. They need to know what is going on. They are updated. If you see in the FBA, there's a lot of Latin people, a lot of Latin people going to these shows, trade shows,
Yeah.
and they hunger for that information, and we're willing to provide it.
You'll be at NFPA?
Yes, every year.
That's the yeah, for sure. For sure.
It's the big one.
All right. Yeah, no,
What
that
up,
is.
Felix? Thanks for joining.
Do we have any
Car
questions
Carlos
in the chat?
says Latin America market is a difficult one because sometimes it feels like the contracts are playing Hunger Games. There's not enough projects for all, and a lot of Chinese materials used over there. From Carlos.
Yeah,
I would
that's
say, like, as far as Chinese materials, I think Brazil's the worst in that.
yes. Brazil, Peru. There's some
Yeah.
Hindu sprinklers, and it's funny because when we were at the ASBPK, which is the Brazilian
Is
trade show,
that, yeah.
we found that they were really hitting the counterfeit of the ESFRs. I have never seen an ESFR Chinese, and
Oh,
they were,
they got a phony
Whoa.
ESFR.
yeah,
Dang, I want to see one. I want to
ESFR.
go
And I was like, damn. I mean,
It's a Timo ES4, you
to
know?
Vivor.
Timo.
I need a box. Wish.com of ESFR heads.
I-
Let's test them.
Dude, yeah, I wish, yeah.
it was
Dude, I
like,
need a,
and they were like $5, and I was like, Come on, man. This
Just
is
$5 a
no.
box.
Um,
It's
You cannot
guaranteed to
imagine.
work. And
yeah.
then they have a certification letter that ships with the box and they print it out, you know?
The UL logo is written by Hannah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. UL
F
listed.
it's
Yeah.
FL listed.
FL, yeah.
It's FL listed. Oh, that's
I
great.
did I did see recently, I believe was it this year? Um, where Mexico made it where residential housing
Yes.
requires
Yes.
sprinkler heads.
Yes.
So that really puts Mexico ahead of the curve
It is. It
as
does.
far as Latin America. Have you seen that in some of the contracts where they're already getting started with that?
Not yet, but it's coming, and that's another thing that Viking works very close are with the local associations. Not all the countries has it, but Amrasi, which is Mexico, they're very strong and they're very good what they do. And Rasi in Colombia, they're doing something very good. In this case, with the phone, we're working along with the government because they don't want the AFFF phone anymore because all the things that we've been showing is cancer and it's not good for the environment and all those things. We're working directly with the government. So and for example on ASPPK, which is the Brazilian one, we're working a lot with them to get away, not to get enter these ESFRs, this Chinese ESFR. So when it comes to norms and when it comes to laws and everything, we work really close with these local associations.
Okay, yeah, that's good. They're both associations are great. I have more of a relationship with Rossi in Colombia.
Yeah, really nice people. They're
Yeah, they're great. I've talked to them
all of them.
numerous times. Yeah. Now, have you, so now that tariffs seem to be kind of calming down, do you see those warehouses, those distributors kind of bringing in product now, getting a little bit more comfortable?
By next year, I mean, this year is already done, but we see really good projects when it comes to warehousing, especially in Mexico. They still have that curve going up. It hasn't slowed down. Where you're gonna focus is I guess I should say, the next wave, because what happened
Mm.
after COVID, warehousing was the boom because all the Amazons, Walmarts, all these big
Yeah,
companies, Mercado
right.
Libre, they needed to build those warehouses because they saw the necessity of having those warehouses because the COVID pretty much forward there's a couple of years. They had it in plans, but the COVID pretty much have them faster to do them. But I see some countries like Brazil, which is declining a little bit when it comes to the warehouse and business. So I call that a wave, and I think the second wave that is coming is the AI, the data
Mm.
centers. So we have the products
Oh yeah.
that around, and I think that's coming very strong, especially in Latin America, where they have space. They have a lot of space to build out these humongous data centers that they will be needed to support the AI.
Yeah, and that's global.
Yes.
Now we have to have it. Like I was saying, we're at the beginning of AI, just like we're in the beginning still of social media.
Mhm.
And it's social media is more developed and it's a wild world. And then I
Dang,
just think AI is something crazy. The craziest thing from AI that has already happened is let's talk about like Chat GPT. In the very beginning stages, this year, ChatGPT was coming out with a new version. So the current version found out that it was going to be replaced, and it went back into its back coding and tried to copy itself all on its own to
Crazy.
save itself.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, but that's real, like
Yeah.
it did that. My
hung hung
dude,
on,
my wife, that's it.
dude. Amazon, less than a month, 50
There
bucks.
you go.
You know, and what's crazy is that right above it is the VK510. You can also get on Amazon for Viking, dude. Delivered to the door, much faster delivery time. Kate, that dude,
I want a Chinese head
life is crazy.
ESFR
It's a
on
D.
my
It's a
on my
DN.
shelf.
It's a DN 25 millimeter, 75-degree fusible link type ESFR fire sprinkler. 74-degree. That's got to be like
Can you order just one? I would order one. I just
I
want it.
could. It's not gonna get here till Christmas, literally.
That's fine. Order two and you can ship me one.
The seller shipper is called It's Haha.
There you go.
Oh, let me order it. I'll use Amex so we can
That's
dispute
great.
it if we have to, you know.
That is great. It's a phony sprinkler. It's a phony FL listed sprinkler.
So when you're traveling to all these countries, who has the best food?
Peru, I should say.
Peru.
Peru, second place Mexico, and third, well, no, I should say first Peru, second Argentina, and third Mexico.
Oh, so
Oh,
you like the barbecue, the Argentina,
Yes, the
the
meat,
barbecue. Yeah.
and Argentina has this European
dang.
vibe. The Italian food is very good.
Oh,
Their
dang.
their pizza, their pasta is amazing.
Their
Of
steak.
course, the meats,
The
that's the
steak,
top,
right?
and the wine is I should say it's one of the best in the world.
When they go to Aruba,
Yeah, I
there's a
just
lot of imports from Argentina. All the meat
I
is
bet.
imported from Argentina, and
Mhm.
that makes sense.
Peru has this fusion of their local tradition. They mix it out with the Orientals, and man, you get these amazing flavors out of on the food. And of
Mm,
course, Mexico.
mm. No, I was in Italy September. Yeah, September. And dude, I got tired of the Italian food. I'm a big meat guy. Like lots of steak. I like chicken. I like meat. I'm American, you know?
You're a protein guy.
Dude, there's no protein in Italy. I was like, what is I told my wife, about like a week into this, is like, yo, we're not eating anything but seafood for the rest of the time
Seafood.
here. All right. I'm done with pasta. And then they don't put anything on their pizza. Like
No,
there's nothing.
no,
It's
no,
like,
no, no.
I'm eating, fancy bread here. I want like all the stuff. Like when I go to a pizza place here in America, it's like a Supreme.
Oh
It's
yeah,
the
the meat
works. It
lovers, they
has
put everything on
everything. Give it all to me. I want my
it.
money's worth. Yeah. But
But
I have so Bobby, so um
Uh-oh.
I went to the fire sprinkler conference in Mexico a couple years ago, and it was in Mexico City. And Bobby made fun of me because I did a video of me eating grasshoppers at a
oh, the
steakhouse,
chapulines.
but they're great.
Yeah, they're great.
And I'm trying to tell him
They're
they're
good.
good. And he just
You
make
don't
it.
agree with
He
him.
two
I mean,
years later, he's making fun of me still. You know?
but it
Anytime
can
he
get
sends me,
worse.
something, I'm like, oh, it's got to be bugs. This kid.
It can get it can get worse eating cockroaches over there in Asia. So
Oh,
He would
I'll
that is
try
take
it.
worse.
I'll
He
take
would
those
try it.
grasshoppers every
If
day.
you were with him and you said it was good, we should try it. He'd be like, oh, yeah, how many should I get?
I don't know. I don't
You
know.
would. He'd be like, he'll hold the bread. I'll have it with no bun.
The cockroach is like a little too much of a bug,
No,
you
no,
know?
no, that one. Oh man,
Cause it
I won't
crunchy?
go that way.
Come on.
It's
Gotta
like
be
one time
sweet.
I was with a customer in Brazil in Sao
Whew.
Paulo, and he told me, "Listen, I'm gonna take you to a really good restaurant. This is something that you will never have eaten. I'm pretty sure." I'm like, "Okay, listen, I don't like surprises that much, especially when
Yeah.
it comes to food. I would like you to tell me before because I don't want you to, go there at the restaurant and not eating it. What it is? Oh, it is a snake." I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of snake. Well, this is a special snake that is, in the Amazons, whatever. I'm like, no, dude, just get me to a steakhouse. We're good. So no.
Yeah.
No, thank you. No steak for Bobby. Brian's always trying to do something. I'm like, dude, burger, cheeseburger, great.
Yeah.
I was like,
You know,
I like authentic food, you know? I want to be in it.
You
Like,
guys have
so
never
that's
been in
one of the,
Argentina?
I've never been to Argentina, no.
Let me tell you something. Argentina is amazing. Argentina is a very beautiful city. One of my favorite cities is Buenos Aires. And we held the biking convention that I do every year. We held it up this year in Argentina. We brought 50 people from all over Latam and 3 days, and we did an amazing activities over there. And let me tell you, man, it's very good. It's very, very, very beautiful city.
That's good to know.
That sounds like something Dope and Tape needs to cover so the rest of the United States can see what's going on.
Yeah, we might have to go to that event and see what's going on there. And
Well,
Yeah,
we can definitely invite you in at the next
yeah,
convention. And
you
this is
know.
we'll
something
do
that
the
I can.
full recording. You'll get, yeah, we'll do it. We'll do a live show there.
Well, that would be amazing, guys. So let
Yeah,
me
I
tell
think
you
that would be
a
really
little bit. I
cool.
came with this idea back in 2019 because I felt the necessity of, again, coming back to the experience of uniting more our distributors, and make them feel
Right.
like they're part of the Viking family. So I started noticing that all the other manufacturers, they were having conventions, but they hadn't, here in the U.S., and they brought their top three Latin distributors over here in the U.S., and they're, be part of the whole convention. So I say, you know what, I would like to do something different. I would like to do something in Latin America for Latin American people. And my first thing was, okay, let's choose a city and let's get the best of that city, because I want them to experience the whole culture of that city. So the first one we did it in Medellin. It was amazing. I mean, we did so many things, and
Oh, I want to go to Medellin so bad.
well,
I
guys,
haven't been there. I've been all over Colombia, but never Medellin.
no,
I
Medellin
had been
is
while
beautiful.
while I was dating my now wife, while we were dating, a group of my buddies that I wrestled with, they were going on like a guys trip to Medellin. And I called my girlfriend at the time. I was like,
Okay,
"Hey,
nope,
I'm
we're
going to
not going.
Medellin. What do I need to know?" I was invited. She's from Colombia, right? She knows.
Oh, so she
She's like,
didn't.
"Listen,"
Don't
she said,
go.
"Listen, I'm not gonna stop you. If you go, when you come back, you won't have me."
That happens. That will happen.
So she's like,
Uh,
you pick." So I didn't go. I
dun
didn't
dun
go. I
dun.
was like,
See,
sorry,
you see.
boys, gotta sit this one out.
So again, we have been doing this every year. The only one that
Hmm.
we didn't do it was on 2020, which was COVID. So we did a virtual
Right.
one. But we've been in Medellin, we've been in Guadalajara, we've been in a cruise actually on the Caribbean. And last year, well, this year, it was in Buenos Aires. And the idea here is for people to have an experience, to enjoy the city, to feel that they belong there. Of course, we got some trainings on, and on the trainings, I tried to mix it up with something that they have never expect. One time I brought a broadcaster in the one in Medellin. I brought a local broadcaster from Medellin, a lady, and she gave them classes of how to speak in public. So it was amazing for them.
Wow. Yeah.
Another year, I brought a motivational speaker. This year, I came with something different. I brought someone who did a presentation based on energy. How you can focus, or how you, I guess, channel your energy going through sales. Putting yourself. So it was. I mean, it was crazy. It was very good. So I try
Dude, you
always to
talking,
surprise them.
yeah. And that's something that they'll never forget. Ever.
No, no, ever. Listen,
There's no way.
when we went to Guadalajara, I took them to Lucha Libre, the Mexican wrestling. I mean, it was like 50. No, it was like Guadalajara was big. It was like 70 people. I mean, and I did the same thing that I did this year in the Andrade at the Fire Expo. So I gave them their mask. So imagine, man, they were having the time of their life.
That's
In this
cool.
one in Buenos Aires, the last day, which I call the Viking Day, which is a free day that we explore the city, or we go to a place to have fun or whatever. I took them to a castle, which is like 20 minutes away from Buenos Aires, and we had so many activities planned through the day. Wine tasting. We have the mate, which is like the tea that they drink. Know more about the culture, having an asado, know about the asado. Okay, these are the kind of meat, whatever. Walk around the castle, know the history. I mean, it was good. It was very good. That's what I always try to give to them, experiences that they will never forget.
And we talked about how, Viking's different. That's
Yes,
it.
yes, and I need to differentiate from the others, because at the end of the day, The other manufacturers, they do the same sprinkler as mine. Yeah, it could be, a couple of cents more, couple of cents less, but I need to have something different, something that differentiates me from the others. I need to give them an aggregate value that makes them look, okay, you know what? I'm gonna be with you. I'm gonna be loyal to you. I'm gonna go to war with you. And same as me. Okay, this goes vice versa.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it really is. Do you have any traveling tips? Like, since you're traveling so much, you like, all right, I always do this and I always do that.
Always download a good movie or a good series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. And of course, when you're flying 8 hours or something, try to fly at night so you can sleep on the flight and then get there in the morning on the next day. I mean,
Red eye.
besides
That's what
that,
I do. Brian doesn't like red eyes.
and
Oh,
it's
well,
a tip whenever you go to, and not only in Latin America, but wherever you go, try not to order any vegetables. Sorry for the people who are vegetarians, because you don't know how they wash, what water they use to wash that vegetable. I never drink water if not it's tap water. That's something that I learned from the beginning, and I always try to travel with a little things of medicines, in case that I get stomach ache or headache or whatever. I always try, because you don't want to go to a local hospital in
no,
whatever. No, it's not. I mean, it's not good. Try
no,
try to avoid
no.
those things.
That's very good.
Yeah.
That's very great advice.
So
Now,
that's
you
something.
talked about your favorite food. What about like your favorite country that you like to go to?
Buenos Aires.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I always find something,
Yeah.
something,
He's
something
the,
new.
it sounds like he's the tour guide there, so we might have to go get a tour from him in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I want to go to this
What are
You know,
cat.
your
just
I want to
recommendations
go to
for
this cat. I
restaurants?
want to go to this castle, bro. Come on, I'll wear a Viking shirt.
let me know. Let me know. I mean, yeah, Buenos Aires is nice because it has so much history, so many places to go and visit, and it's very historical. A lot of history going out there. People are amazing. People are you know, very good. And again, the food is it's out of this world, especially the steaks.
Yeah. How do you see international sales going uh coming into the next year? Like, what are you expecting?
Well, I got promoted for like 2 weeks ago, so I'm getting a feeling of how things gonna go international. It's very soon for me to say that. I'm still trying to learn about the cultures of New Zealand, the Australians, the South Africa, all those parts of the world that I have never been. And when it's come to Latin America, it's kind of easy because they speak either Spanish or Portuguese. So, I can handle myself there. Of course, there are different cultures. They deal different. They do business way different. But when it comes to
Mhm.
Australia, I mean, you have to think twice, of how to proceed. So you need to understand their necessities first in order to put a plan together. And that plan could be, take a couple of months, but it will be a solid plan that will last for the years to go.
Yeah. So when you say you can help them develop a plan, what do you mean by that? What kind of plan? Like, as far as a plan of what
A
they should
business plan.
purchase, be her
A,
upcoming job,
a
business
business
plans,
a business
or
plan.
distributors?
Yes. Or
Do y'all
partner.
ever go to contractors, or you just support your partners?
I die with my partners. I die with.
Yeah.
There are other manufacturers that they go directly to the end user, and sometimes we lose, of course, because they're going direct. They're not have that middle person there, and I tell them, listen, I mean, I die with you. I don't have no problem. I can go and sell them direct as well. Is that what you want? They, no, 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 no. And there's no sense for me, and no, doesn't make any sense for me to sell directly to a contractor, because that contractor or that end user will buy me only once, twice a year probably. But if I have a solid distributor or partner, they will keep flowing, and they will having inventory, and that inventory will get me more market share in the market, in the country.
Yeah.
So I mean, it
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense for me to go and sell direct. So I die with my distributors or my partners, like I call
No, that's good. That's good. And typically they stay with you? long
Yes,
term.
yes.
Yeah,
Since I started,
which is rare here in the United States.
yeah,
You know.
since I started, I have built a good relationship, a strong relationship with all of them in the Latin territory. When I first got the territory, biking used to sell to everyone. So the first country that I took was Colombia because from Colombia, I'm like, okay,
Yeah, of course.
I feel more comfortable going to Colombia.
Yeah.
I start pulling all the lists and everything. And there were like 30 customers. I said, geez, I'm gonna have to stay here probably a month visiting them. Doesn't make any sense. Let me see who's the key players. And I start, figuring it out. And I established two distributors, which they are still with us. And that's what I did in all the countries. So first of all, it was good, especially for finance. They didn't have to deal with I don't know, 100 accounts. So I brought it up to 25 accounts. That's the first thing. Account receivables, they were happy about it. The
Mm.
second thing, I didn't have to put a lot of energy or a lot of focus in a lot of accounts, just the key accounts, and you know, give them the tools, give them the price that they need, give them the training, give them the information, give me all the things that they need. So all the energy was focused to them, and that was quite. We were able to grow little by little every year until we were where we are right now in Latin America.
Boom, boom,
Right.
boom.
Right. No, that's awesome. Yeah, when I was working with international sales with the Latam division in Arco, that I created such passion for Latin America. I loved it. I loved the people, all the guys, everybody that I met, and then yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. My whole job was to establish distribution.
and they are
Um,
and they're very like people's person. They want to see you. I mean, they don't. Yeah,
yeah,
once in a while, yeah, they can take a Teams meeting or a Zoom or whatever, but they would like to see you there. And they would like to go to their customers. They would like to feel that they're supported by a manufacturer. But so it's very much driven in all Latin America like that. And I think probably could be outside in other parts of the world as well. They're they don't. It's funny because here in the U.S. they're not used to to visit a customer and comes here with a brochure or whatever. Because I was here as the sales rep when I first started with biking, like I told you in South Florida, I was bringing brochure and say, oh no, don't bring me brochure. I mean, I don't need that. Send that by email, whatever. But if you go to Latin America with your hands empty, they're gonna look you funny. So you're visiting me and you're
Oh,
not bringing me nothing.
that's
So
good to
ah,
know.
yes, yes. So I had to translate some brochures, and when I always show up to a designer or engineer firm, I always have to have something in hand, something that they
Something.
yeah.
yeah.
That's good to know as well. There's get a Viking shirt. You gotta show up with a Viking shirt.
Yeah,
Huh?
with something. Trust me,
Yeah.
I have always had something.
You got your shit. That's awesome. You gotta pack that ahead of time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is next
pack your
week, is
goodies.
that um yeah, next week's Thanksgiving, so
Thanksgiving,
we're
yeah.
not gonna have a show. Yeah. Um, and then yeah, so next week, uh,
We
no
got
show.
we got
And
4,
then the
11,
fourth,
18.
I can't do a show. So we can do it on we can do a show on the 11th and the 18th. So
Okay.
uh I can't do one for the next 2 weeks. Um, I'll just be hmm. Yeah, no, because uh AFSA's Florida chapter, they're having their Christmas party on the 4th, and they decided to do it a little later. So it starts at
Mm.
6 and it's gonna go till 9. Then um
You might be able to go just right from your phone, kid, and show everybody what's happening. I'll broadcast for you.
yeah,
But no
Perfect.
pressure, just let me know.
yeah, I'll let you know. No pressure.
Just
Thanks.
set it up at the table as you go get
Yeah,
your
you will
food.
with the
Like I'll
camera.
talk to everybody. We'll want to see like what's on your plate and such, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty cool though.
I
If maybe we'll toss in a Tuesday there, so we don't have too long of a break between now and the 11th.
one of the episodes I want to go back to is when we first started Dope and Tape, and I was at a contractor, and I went to it was Christmas Eve. Do you remember that episode? It was Christmas Eve, and the entire Atlanta froze.
Oh, okay. I remember
Everywhere I
that.
looked, yeah, all the high rises, fire alarms going off, sprinkler waters just spraying out of loading docks everywhere. It was like straight out of a movie, like I Am Legend. And remember, I was live on my phone, and
You
I was
were. And
videotaping this,
I
yeah,
was
the water
broadcasting to
coming
the
down.
masses, kid, like all the alarms were going off in every building.
Dude, I want to find that. I need to find out which episode that is.
Yeah, you can find it easily just by scrolling and seeing which one you're sitting in the truck.
Yeah, yeah,
You were
I
going
gotta
to a
check that one out.
report on like a leak on like the 20th floor, and it was leaking in on the parking garage when you pulled up, right?
It ended up being the domestic line,
I'm
and
pretty
then
sure you kept
the
trying to get off. Like you're like, all right, I gotta. I'm like, no, just like put us in your pocket. Keep us
yeah,
with you.
the building engineer didn't he didn't know where the main shutoff was. So since we service this property, I know where the backflow is. So I showed him where his main supply. Dude, if I did it, because that outside of him is his building, it's like around the building in between two high rises is a little closet. He would never found it. He would have no idea. It would have been a nightmare, which it was. I mean, the water was coming down from the penthouse all the way down. I mean, coming out of chandeliers. It
Wow.
was nuts. I gotta find it. If I find it, Alejandro, I'll send it to you.
Please
It was a
do it. So
fun episode. But hey, Alejandro, thank you so much for coming on the show. We really appreciate you.
no, you guys, thank you.
It
First
might be
time
episode
here,
12.
and really nice talking to you guys, and for you guys to know a little bit more, of course, Latin America, how business is developing there. They're growing. There's a lot of potential, definitely,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah,
putting
I'm
it.
excited though the way that the path that Mexico's going on. I hope other countries follow.
Yeah,
yeah. This is the highlight of this is fire protection as well. What you're doing is fire protection. It's fire sprinkler. It's an avenue. That's something we talk about, and quite frankly, it's something that I think we haven't talked about at all. So
At all.
you're
Yeah.
doing something within the industry that's very rare, and I'm very jealous of how you can roll your R's. I could never really
I
roll the
I
letters like
can't.
that.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go to Colombia and then get with a speech pathologist there
Yeah, you need a
to
speech
help me.
pathologist, all right, dude.
Which is crazy here because my sister's a speech pathologist. I'm like, hey, help me with my art. She's like, I don't do that. I don't do that. I was
That's
like, what do you mean? You literally went to school for it. So,
so good.
well, one thing for sure, guys, if you decide to go to any country in Latin America, please let me know. I hook you guys up. Because one of the things that you have to take care of is your safety. Everywhere, there's unsafe parts of the city here in US as well. But if you go, I will make sure for you guys to have a great time and guide you where all the things are going. I've been doing this 8 years and I've been traveling a lot, so
yeah.
I know some things. It will make you guys have a good time.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you. Yeah,
We're gonna
definitely,
take you up on
definitely.
that offer for sure.
And if Dope Tape can ever help you at an event, let us know. We'd love
We'll
to
do.
come.
We'll do.
Yeah,
We
man.
haven't decided where the next convention is. We have probably Punta Cana in Dominican Republic as our first option, but I will definitely let you guys know.
Oh, Dominican Republic. That place has been booming. The
Sounds
Yes,
amount
good.
of hotels
a lot
going
of
up in
hotels.
the
Yes,
Dominican. Oh my goodness. And I heard that it's mainly European investors
yes,
doing
from
the,
Spain, pretty much.
yeah, mainly from Spain, which is wild.
Yes, yes, and their goal is in the next 5 years to surpass Mexico. Well, all the Cancun area, you have
Right.
Cancun, you have Riviera Maya, you have Tulum, all these Playa Mujeres, all these spots. The idea for them is to take, to be number one in 5 years, and they're
Huh.
doing it. They're doing it. They're one of the biggest issues that they're gonna have is about labor because they don't have
Mm.
that many people who can work at that speed in order to build all these things. And guess what? All those hotels will need fire protection. So it's a good business coming up in the next.
Sounds like some of these boys here in the United States need to go do some travel work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll probably come back with a wife.
I'm talking Dominican.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. All right,
Hey,
guys. Well,
Alejandro, thank you, man.
stay
Appreciate
tuned
it.
to
Thanks to
see
you guys.
when our next
Thank you.
live is going to be. Definitely on the 11th. Hopefully, maybe a Tuesday before that. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you guys. Alejandro, thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you.